Hi guys, alright, we're going to go over one of the most underutilized exercises, yet one of the most important, and that is the barbell row, and we're also going to go over the reverse grip variation because you'll be doing both throughout the program. The reason why this is underutilized is because if done incorrectly, like a lot of the important exercises we're doing, you can hurt your lower back, you can hurt yourself, okay? And so a lot of coaches don't want to take that chance with the athletes, but in my opinion, they're just not taking the time to educate them, to watch them do it, cue it the right way, and then let them go from there. So what's really important about this exercise is you need to set up the right way, you need to maintain a tight core position at all times, and you need to make sure that you do it in a way that you're safe at all times, okay? A lot of times you'll see big dudes in the gym benching 315, sometimes up to 400 pounds, yet they're only doing rows with 185 or 225. What I try and have all of my athletes and all of my clients do is aim to be able to row at least what they can bench. Now for some of you that might be like, holy crap, I can't do that, but trust me, you can build up to it, and the stronger your back is, the stronger your bench press is going to be, the stronger the muscles on your frontal plane will be. So let's go over the technique of this really quick. Now, like your deadlift, your foot positioning is very, very important. You need to make sure that if you're doing it off the floor, that once you set your feet, you're not moving them around, okay? Too many people stand up with it, take a couple of steps back or forward. Sometimes the weight will shift if they don't have their collars on, and it's just a very disruptive way to do it. It's also setting you up for failure because you're wasting precious grip strength, and so you won't be able to get your reps. So if you're doing it off the floor, it's really important that you set your feet first as if you were doing a deadlift, because that's exactly what you're doing to get the bar up into the top position. The next thing we want to go over real quick is how to hinge down the correct way. Now again, we've gone over this in the Roman deadlift and the deadlift videos, so make sure you watch those, but we'll go over it really quickly here as well. So once you've performed your deadlift, you're going to stand up strong with it. We're in that locked position. We are then going to unload our hips or perform a hip hinge. So it's really important you understand how to do this. So your butt cheeks are tight, you release your butt cheeks. Always keep the barbell very, very close to your legs. The further out that bar goes, the more in jeopardy your lumbar spine is going to be. So bar's nice and close to your legs, hip hinge, hips come back, hips come back, hips come back, hips come back. We want to get down to at least below the kneecap. When we do this, we are then opening up our shoulder blades, and then we're sweeping through to our belly button or below. Okay, too many people will perform essentially kind of a weird upright row variation where their elbows come out to the side like that, and it's a very awkward looking thing, hence why people get hurt. So again, bear with me here because I know this is a lot of information. Screw the feet in, perform the deadlift, pause for a second to gather your core, and set your breathing. Hip hinge begins, bar stays nice and close, we're getting below our kneecap, opening the shoulder blades, keeping the core tight, and then we're pulling through, maintaining positioning. Now, it is okay to get a little bit of a bounce in your legs, okay? But you do not want to be jerking the weight up. So make sure that you're doing it as strict as possible, keeping your core tight. Always remember, while we have the goals of being able to row what we can bench or more, it's very important to take your time getting there. So if you cannot hit that goal right away, be patient with yourself and build up just like everything else. So here's the demonstration. Get my feet screwed in, set up exactly like a deadlift, but my hands are going to be a little bit wider, okay? Squeeze glutes, release glutes, abs stay tight, hips back, hips back, hips back, hips back, pause, open shoulder blades for the reach, sweep through. And then when you get done, lock out, bring it down, or if you have bumper weights and it's okay in your gym to do so, just let go of the weight at the bottom. Okay, so that's how to do the barbell row. Now, one quick last note on this. If you are performing it at a commercial gym and you're on that stand that has the handles, you will be required to take about a 1 step back. So it's really important that when you set up, you stand up like a deadlift, you do 1 small step back, just enough to clear the J-hooks. 1, 2, then you go into the procedure. When you do that, make sure you've got collars on and you're nice and sturdy, and you always, again, keep your core tight. Okay, so there's really not a whole lot of difference between the barbell row and the reverse grip barbell row. It's just obviously you're switching your grip. Now an overhand barbell row, you're typically going to be that of a lat pull down. So essentially just outside your shoulder, and then again you might have to make adjustments based on your arm length and mobility. For an underhand grip, typically we're going to go slightly narrower. Okay, and for those of you who have issues with mobility in your wrist, it's really important that you work on that mobility. So a lot of wrist circles, prayer stretches, inverted prayer stretches, get there when you can. If it hurts, don't do it. Do a different exercise. You can do an underhand lat pull down or something like that. But let me go over the demo really quick for you. Not much is different. It's just a matter of lowering the bar with more control, just as much control, but a lot of control, and then sweeping up and back with that underhand grip. This is going to hit your lower lats a little bit more. Whereas the barbell row, the traditional one, will hit more of your outer lats and a little bit more of your upper back as well. So again, I set up just like a deadlift. Underhand grip, just outside as if I was going to do a barbell curl, just slightly outside. Squeeze really tight. Release the hips, nothing changes. And then bring it down. I actually personally prefer that one in terms of confidence and being able to pull more weight. It's going to vary individual to individual, but we're definitely going to be doing both of them, so make sure you get used to it, okay? Have fun with that one, you guys.